Hello everyone, welcome to Undo Studio. Today I'm going to share another crochet project that's perfect for soft, girly and elegant look, a double layer scrunchie with a ribbon. It's super easy, beginner friendly, and if you have 2 spare hours and would like to create this pretty scrunchie, crochet along with me. If you have purchased our kit, you will find the following materials inside. The color of the Mohair yarn may vary depending on your selection. You can also use your own hair tie if you prefer, especially to match your hair volume. The pearls in the kit are for other patterns. You can view pattern A and C in other video tutorials. Let's look at the structures. It has 2 layers, a top layer and a bottom layer. We will start by crocheting the bottom layer first since it's larger. The first round is 160 single crochets, then second round is triple crochet. Third round is the edging. We'll do chain 4 and skip 1 stitch to make the lace pattern. For the top layer, round 1, we will crochet double crochets into the first round of single crochets. Then for the round 2, it will be the edging. You will chain 4 and skip 1 stitch to make the lace pattern. Then tie the ribbon to be a bow shape. Now let's get started. Start by threading the tail through the middle of the hair tie and tying a knot to secure it. Once the knot is in place, hold the hair tie in your right hand. Now we will wrap the yarn around our left hand to get ready for crocheting. Loop the long end of the yarn around your pinky once, then bring it over to your index finger. Use your middle finger and thumb to hold the hair tie steady. As we begin crocheting, we can hold the short yarn tail alongside of the hair tie. This way, the tail gets hidden as we work, so no need to weave it in later. Now, hold your hook in your right hand and insert it into the center of the hair tie. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Then yarn over again and pull through the loop on your hook. That creates our starting stitch. We won't count this one as a stitch. Let's do our first row stitch. Use your right thumb to hold the loop on the hook in place. Make sure your left hand is holding down the short yarn tail. This helps tuck it in neatly inside the scrunchie as you work. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through both loops. That completes 1 single crochet stitch. Now let's place a stitch marker in the first stitch. It should go right between 2 strands of yarn, just like this. We will only mark the first stitch to help us keep track as we go. Then we will keep going. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You will have 2 loops, then yarn over again, pull through both loops to complete the single crochet. Repeat the same steps. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over again, and pull through both loops. Each time you do this, you are making another single crochet. We are going to make a total of 160 single crochets around the hair tie. Just keep going until it's completely covered. You can count the stitches as you go, but don't worry if you lose track. The most important thing is to fully cover the hair tie. The more stitches you make, the fuller and fluffier your scrunchie will be. Let's continue doing the single crochet. As you can see, after making just 10 stitches, we have already covered about 1/5 of the hair tie. As you work, you can use your left hand to hold the hair tie in place and gently push the stitches to the right towards the stitch marker using your right hand. The more you compact the stitches, the better the final look will be. This is 30 single crochets. You can see if we don't push the stitches together to the right, you can see the stitches starts to look loosen and space out. You can still see the hair tie. This will affect how fluffy and full the scrunchie looks in the end, so make sure you slide the stitches over to the right. If you find it hard to slide the stitches over, make sure you are leaving enough space as you crochet. It's important to keep your tension a bit loose while working. The loop on your hook shouldn't be pulled too close or tied against the hook. Leave a little bit of space, just like this. When you pull up a loop, try to keep it loose with a bit of room. Then yarn over and pull through both loops as usual. For the short yarn tail, you don't have to keep holding it down and crocheting it all the way through. If it's too long, After securing it by a few stitches, you can just cut it. Just make sure the tail is tucked into the stitches at the beginning. If it didn't get fully hidden, that's totally fine. We can always weave in later using the yarn needle. Right now, I am at 150 single crochets, and we have about 10 stitches left to go. At this point, you will probably notice that the stitches are starting to overlap with ones you made earlier. Especially right now, only a small section of hair tie left. That's totally normal. Just slide the stitches to the right again and gently pull them apart a bit to make space. It doesn't have to be an exact number, just cover the entire hair tie. I will stop when I still have this much of area, and we will even everything out once we close the loop. We will close the round with a slip stitch into the mark stitch. You don't need to remove the stitch marker just yet. Insert your hook directly into the mark stitch. Then go ahead and take off the marker. Yarn over and pull the yarn through the stitch. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Next, pull the front loop straight through the back loop. That completes the split stitch, and it marks the end of this round. You might notice there's a gap, so earlier we pushed the stitches to the right while crocheting. Now we can slide them back to even out. This helps to fully cover the hair tie, and it should look like this, nice and full. So if you lose count of your stitches while working, that's totally okay. As long as the hair tie is completely covered and the stitches are packed closely together like this, you are good to go. You can also gently stretch it to check. It should still look full and fluffy. The more stitches you add, the better the final result will be. Now that the split stitch is done, we can start round 2. Make sure to have a little bit of space and keep the loop loose, just like this, so the stitches stay smooth and easy to work with. Then we will start the second round. We will pull up the loop on your hook a bit to loosen it. We're going to chain 6, and the height should be around 5 centimeters. Simply just yarn over and pull through. That's the first one, then the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, and the last one. And right now you can check if the height is around 5 centimeters or not. Next, we will crochet 1 double crochet into each stitch that we just made from the first round. Since the first round is quite dense, you can gently pull the stitches apart to see where you should insert your hook. Each hole under this V shape is where you should insert the hook in. For the triple crochet, first you yarn over twice, so you have 3 loops on your hook. Use your right thumb to hold these loops in place. Then gently stretch and to find the stitch of the starting chain. Insert your hook into that stitch and yarn over to pull up a loop. Pull the loop up a little bit and you will see 4 loops on your hook now. If you don't hold the loops with your thumb, the yarn will start to twist and tangle together. Next, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, and lift it up a little bit. Yarn over again and pull through the next 2 loops, pulling it up until it stops. This aligns the height of the starting chain, which sets the height of all stitches in this round. Finally, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. That completes 1 triple crochet. And we will put a stitch marker right in this place, between the first triple crochet and the 6 chains. This will mark the first stitch of this round. Then we will continue the triple crochet, yarn over twice, and find the next stitch, insert a hook, pull up a loop, and you see 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over the first 2, and the next 2, remember the height to pull it up a little bit, and the last 2 to complete the second triple crochet. And we will just keep doing this until we finish the whole round. Keep crocheting like this all the way around until you are almost finished with the first round. For the last few stitches, it might be hard to see where to insert your hook. At this point, you can gently stretch the stitches to help you to see exactly where to go. And here comes the last one. Now we will split stitch into the first stitch where the marker is to close the round. Insert your hook into that stitch, then remove the stitch marker and yarn over and pull through. Now you can see you have 2 loops on the hook. Pull the front loop through the back loop to complete the split stitch. Next, cut the yarn and pull the tail all the way out and tighten it to secure. That completes round 2 of the first layer. You can now tidy it up by gently adjusting stitches and closing any gaps at the bottom. Next, we will start crocheting the lace edging. Take your blue yarn and wrap it around your left hand as usual, once around your pinky, then over your index finger, and hold it in place with your mid finger and thumb. Position the yarn at the spot where we fasten off, and hold it there with your middle finger and thumb. You might wonder where and how to insert your hook to connect 2 colors together, so each stitch will look like an up-down V shape, and when you open it up, it looks like a large V. Insert your hook from the side under both loops to catch the stitch properly. You can see the longer white yarn tail, that's where you should insert your hook into the stitch, and yarn over and pull up a loop. You will have 1 loop on your hook now. Yarn over again and pull through the loop. This counts as the starting stitch. Tighten the yarn tail at the back to secure it. Next, insert your hook into the same stitch again. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. That completes 1 single crochet. Place a stitch marker in this stitch and mark it as your first stitch. And then we will chain 4. To make a chain, yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook, and that's 1 chain. Continue until you have 4 chains, 3 and 4th. After chaining 4, skip the next stitch and insert your hook into the following stitch and make a single crochet again. Yarn over, pull up a loop. 2 loops on your hook now, and yarn over and pull through both loops. This completes 1 lace set. Then chain 4 again and skip the next stitch and make a single crochet in the stitch after that. Make sure you are inserting under the V, so under 2 lines. And pull through both loops, finish the single crochets. Repeat this pattern, chain 4, skip 1, single crochet, all the way around until you complete the lace edging. Now we have reached the last lace set. After finishing chain 4, we will slip stitch into the stitch with the marker to close the round. So yarn over and pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook. Pull the front loop through the back loop to complete the slip stitch. Next, make 1 more chain stitch, then pull the loop longer and cut the yarn, pulling the tail all the way through to secure it. And remember the blue yarn tail at the beginning. Now we have 2 yarn tail, so you can use 2 of them to tie a knot to secure the yarn. And now you are ready to use the small needle to weave in the yarn tail. Thread the yarn tail onto the needle and find the chain stitches in the lace edging. Weave the needle back and forth through the stitches a few times to secure the yarn. Once it's secure, trim off the excess yarn. Then go back to the other side and repeat the same process to weave in any remaining yarn tails. You can choose another side of chain to weave in the yarn tail this time. Just go back and forth through the stitches a few times. When weaving in the yarn, you might notice the strands twist and bunch up together, so make sure gently loosen them as you go. This will keep the edge smooth and neat. And you don't have to weave in all of them. After you think this is fully secured, you can just trim the excess yarn. And don't forget about the white yarn tail from our triple crochet round. Use the same weaving method to hide it. Since the stitch space here are a little bit larger, just find a suitable spot to weave the yarn through. Once you have woven it back and forth a few times, gently tighten it, then trim off the excess. Now we finish the bottom layer, we will start working on the top layer. We will crochet triple crochets directly into the first round of single crochets from the bottom layer. For the bottom layer, we made our triple crochets about 5 centimeters tall. So for this top layer, we will make it a bit shorter, like around 4 centimeters. And let me show you how to find a spot to insert your hook. Gently pull the stitches apart to open up the space. You will see a vertical bar between the single crochet and the triple crochet from the first layer. Insert your hook into this spot, going across horizontally, and pick up just one strand to start your stitch. Now take out the white yarn and then wrap it around your fingers as usual. Hold it with your middle finger and thumb. Then choose any vertical bar to start with. Insert your hook under it, pull the yarn tail through, and tie a small knot to secure it. Next, we will chain 6 as our starting chain. Insert the hook where you tie the knot, and simply chain, and we will chain 6 here. So the second one, then the third one, the fourth one, fifth one, and sixth one. Keep your chains around 4 centimeters tall, and when you pull them straight, they should be about the same height as the white section from the bottom layer. And now we can start crocheting the triple crochets. First, yarn over twice on your hook. Then find the next vertical bar and insert your hook under it. Yarn over and pull up a loop. You should now have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, and again to pull through the next 2 loops, and finally yarn over to pull through the last 2 loops. That completes 1 triple crochet, just like the bottom layer. And place the stitch marker in this stitch to mark it as your first stitch. Now continue working 1 triple crochet into each vertical bar around. You can leave the short yarn tail at the back while you crochet, and we will weave it in later using the needle. Remember, every triple crochet's height should be around the same, and you can put the yarn tail between the bottom layer and the top layer, and later we will weave it in using the needle. Since a double layer scrunchie can be a bit tricky to crochet, it's easy to bump into the bottom layer while working on your triple crochets for the top layers. So when you're doing the triple crochet, yarn over twice on your hook, then find the next stitch gently by pulling the fabric apart, and insert your hook under the vertical bar to pick up the stitch. And then use your middle finger to press the bottom layer down and out of the way. Then continue with your triple crochet. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, the next 2, and the last 2 loops to complete the triple crochet. Yarn over twice, bring the fabric up, and check where your next stitch will go. Insert your hook and press the bottom layer down again with your finger, and then continue yarn over and complete your triple crochet. This way, you will avoid catching the bottom layer while you work, making your crocheting much smoother and easier. You will crochet all the way to finish the round. I am at the last stitch right now, and after you complete this last triple crochet, we will slip stitch into the first stitch where the marker is. Insert your hook into that stitch, then remove the stitch marker, yarn over and pull through. You will have 2 loops on your hook. Pull the front loop through the back loop to complete the split stitch. Next, leave a yarn tail and then cut the yarn. Then pull the yarn all the way out to secure it. This completes the first round of top layer. Then let's start crocheting the lace edging for the top layer. Take the blue yarn and hold it with your hand. Place it at the spot where we fasten off, and hold it in place with your fingers. Insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, and pull up a loop to bring the yarn through. Make 1 chain stitch to secure it, and pull on the short yarn tail to tighten it. This starting chain does not count as a stitch. Next, insert your hook into the same stitch and make 1 single crochet. Place a stitch marker in this stitch to mark it as your first stitch. And we can chain 4 from here. Look at your stitches, skip the next stitch, and then make a single crochet into the stitch after that. So insert a hook, yarn over, and make a single stitch. Then you will chain 4 again. And skip the next stitch, make a single crochet into the following one. Continue this pattern just like what you did for the bottom layer, chain 4, skip 1 stitch, and then single crochet, all the way around to complete this round of lace edging. Now we have reached the last lace set. Crochet the final chain 4, skip 1 stitch, and then make your last single crochet. Then we will do split stitch as usual. You insert where the marker is, and then close the round. You see 2 loops on the hook. Pull the front loop through the back loop to complete the split stitch. Then chain 1, pull up the yarn and cut it. Take the yarn tail out and we will start to weave it in to hide it. Take 2 of the blue yarn tails and we can tie a knot to secure them. And just like the bottom layer, we'll use the needle to hide the excess yarn tail. The blue yarn tail will go into blue stitches, and white yarn tail will go into white stitches. Cut the tail once you feel it's fully secured. We can tidy it up a little bit and then get ready for our ribbon. Take out the ribbon from the kit and then you can randomly select a lace pattern. Take the ribbon and insert it through the first hole of the lace edging and pull it through the second hole. Then adjust the position so the ribbon sits comfortably at the top where it's easy for you to tie. And make sure the ribbon is not twisted and both sides are even in length. Use your index and middle finger to hold the ribbon in place. Now fold one side to make a loop for the first ear, then pull the other side around to create the second loop, and pull both loops to tighten into a bow. You can adjust the size and length of the bow to match your style. If you like, you can also add multiple bows around your scrunchie for a fuller layer look. You can cut the ribbon if you don't want the tail to be so long. If you want the ribbon tail to curve inside, you can also use a scissor to curl inward or form a spiral shape, making your bow look even prettier and giving your scrunchie a more elegant finish. Ta-da! Congratulations! Now you have finished this double layer ribbon bow scrunchie. It's super easy, right? If you also want to try other patterns of scrunchie, feel free to check out our tutorials down in the description section. We also have other colors of yarn options in our Easy. If you are interested in more DIY yarn kits to undo the stress to something creative, please check out the Easy link down at the description. Don't forget to subscribe us for more tutorials coming. Give us a like if you think this scrunchie is pretty. See you next time!